My name is Sarah May Teague. I am the daughter of He-Sun, Sunny Teague, and the sister of Sabrina Teague. In 2016, He-Sun and Sabrina were murdered by Jacob Cayer. It is currently August of 2020, and for the last 4 years and 2 months, I have fought to see justice for my mom and my sister. I have traveled 2,500 miles to be here, and I have done so several times because this trial was scheduled and canceled 7 different times. Just this last week, the 8th attempt at trial was completed. It was not successful. Jacob Cayer was found guilty of double homicide and attempted homicide. This is true. The evidence was overwhelming, and anyone with eyes could see that he was guilty of these crimes. But the jury found him not responsible for his actions. They decided that he was not guilty by reason of insanity, with no idea what that would do, with absolutely no insight into the spit in the face that was. What most people don't realize is that that verdict married me to Jacob Cayer. In 6 months from now, he will petition for release. There is no minimal sentence when it comes to being locked up in a mental institution. It is true he was committed to the care, I believe it's the Department of Human Services, for his life. But what that custody looks like can vary. That custody can look like living in a residential home. It can look like living on his own, but in a sort of probation relationship. He has a second chance at life. It's an option that's waiting for him. My mother and sister, they don't have that second chance. And they never will. And there is no jury that could decide that for them. But there was a jury that could have decided to give me a second chance at life. Very few of you will know what it is to move through the justice system as a survivor, as the victim. Those of you that do will understand completely what I am saying. It is a dehumanizing process. It takes every ounce of your soul. It keeps you in a state of purgatory. It keeps you unable to move on. You live in this wound, and believe me, this was a very large wound. This broke my entire life apart. What I had hoped was for a verdict that would guarantee he would never be on the streets again. I hoped for a verdict that would hold him accountable for his actions. But I was given one that directly stated he could not be held accountable. I was given a verdict that means in 6 months he will petition for release, and I will fight that. And 6 months after that, he will again petition for release, and I will fight that. And this will continue for as long as he lives and for as long as I live. Because there is no person that will hold him accountable for his atrocities the way that I will and the way that I do. Not his family and not that jury. And that means that my second chance at life will be spent in some way, shape, or form always tied up in this, always tied up in seeking the justice that was deprived and withheld from us. Because doubt is not enough. It is not enough to tell me, I doubt he will ever get out. That is not enough. I needed guarantee. I needed the ability to walk away and rest. I needed to know that my mother and my sister could rest in peace, and I needed to know that I could continue my life in peace. And that is not what happened. This is not over. And it seems it never will be. That was the decision the jury made. Because they have given me this life sentence, I am going to take whatever opportunity I can find within these bars. While the process was happening, I was not able to speak publicly. Too much inflammatory attention could have derailed the trial, resulted in an appeal, could have given the defense grounds to ask to move the trial to a different venue where they hadn't heard of me or Sunny or Sabrina. And so I remained silent because I did not want to interrupt a system or process that was already going through 7 cancellations and taking 4 years to complete. That is no longer the case. It is now done in the way that the justice system considers it done. But because it is not done for me, now I will speak, and I will continue to speak. And I will do that because it's just a little bit of power that I have in a powerless situation. And I will do that because my mom and my sister deserve that. They deserved much better. Thank you.